There is a special kind of stillness that only shows up before the world wakes. You step outside, and the air has that cool mineral smell that comes after a night of rain. A bus rolls by with a long sigh, and your breath forms a thin cloud that drifts upward and disappears. The cup in your hands feels like the one warm thing in the whole street. Then, your phone buzzes. Another buzz follows. Then another. 12 notifications before you finish the first sip. Some are messages that tug at your sense of duty. Some are updates designed to lure your attention. Some are reminders of unfinished tasks. Each one feels like a tiny hook pulling at you, trying to make you react without thinking. Most of us know that feeling. The sense that the day is already happening to you instead of happening with you. The pressure to respond. The pressure to keep up. The pressure to prove something you never chose to measure yourself by. But behind all that noise, there's a quieter voice. It does not shout. It simply whispers, choose. Choose what you allow to shape your mind. Choose which thoughts you water and which ones you let pass. Choose where your strength goes. That quiet voice is the beginning of the 1% mindset, not the flashy version that promises instant transformation. The real version, the one the Stoics lived, small choices, steady practice, a daily shaping of the self, nothing theatrical, nothing that depends on applause, only slow and honest improvement, built choice by choice. So let us walk through 5 Stoic ways to build this 1% mindset. Each one is simple, each one is small, but if you practice them, even a little, you begin to feel your life shift in real and grounded ways. First, learn to separate what belongs to you from what never did. Marcus Aurelius once said, "You have power over your mind, not outside events." Picture yourself stuck in traffic on a gray morning. The cars ahead are not moving. The radio is listing off news you cannot influence. Your anxiety starts climbing. Your fingers tighten on the wheel. You imagine the look on your boss's face when you arrive late. You imagine the domino effect of everything going wrong. Now shift the scene. Same traffic, same delay, same gray sky. But this time, you breathe for a moment. You feel the seat holding you. You notice the small details around you, like the pattern of raindrops sliding down the window. You name one action that is yours. At this moment, maybe it is sending a calm message, maybe it is choosing a different playlist, maybe it is simply accepting the delay and allowing your mind to settle. This is the essence of the Stoic boundary. The more clearly you see what belongs to you, the less energy you waste on what does not. Over time, this clarity becomes a kind of psychological savings account. Every moment you stop yourself from reacting to what is not yours adds back a bit of calm. And all those bits add up. Our second practice is to shrink the future into a shape you can actually hold. As Epictetus put it in the Enchiridion, it is not what happens to you, but how you react. Imagine a week packed with deadlines. Everything seems urgent. You picture yourself falling behind, disappointing people, losing opportunities. The imagined future grows larger and heavier until it sits on your chest. The Stoic way is to bring that huge imagined future back into the present. Ask 2 questions. What can I do right now? And, what will I accept if the results are not perfect? Maybe that means writing a single paragraph, instead of trying to finish the entire project in one sitting. Maybe it means sending one clear email instead of hiding from all communication. Maybe it means stepping away for 10 minutes so your mind can reset. When you do the small thing that is in front of you, the huge imagined storm loses its sharpness. You cannot live tomorrow. You can only act today. Breaking the future down into simple, present actions is one of the most powerful ways to move through pressure without losing yourself. Third, build one daily rule that trains your attention. Seneca wrote, "We suffer more often in imagination than in reality." Here is a scene almost everyone knows. You are scrolling through social media. You see someone your age traveling the world, someone else buying a home, someone building a company, someone glowing with joy. Your chest tightens a little. That familiar voice whispers that you are behind. Now imagine a simple rule that interrupts that cycle. Before you open the app, Take 3 slow breaths, then ask, "Is this useful?" If the answer is no, you close it. If the answer is yes, you open it with intention instead of habit. Then you replace the scroll with a single concrete action. Make your bed, drink a glass of water, step outside for 1 minute and notice the air. Send a message to someone who matters. The point is not the action itself, the point is the shift from passively consuming to actively choosing. This one rule becomes a small training ground for your attention. Each time you practice it, your mind becomes slightly less susceptible to distraction. With repetition, the rule becomes second nature, and your attention becomes stronger and more loyal to you. The fourth way is to practice small and voluntary discomforts. Marcus Aurelius reminded us, "The impediment to action advances action." This never has to be extreme. Think about taking the stairs once a day instead of the elevator, or turning off notifications while you cook dinner, or delaying the first scroll of the day until you have been awake for 30 minutes. These are small, almost insignificant discomforts, yet they train a very important part of you. Life will bring bigger challenges. You will face moments when comfort is not available, when uncertainty is unavoidable, when you must act even though things are not ideal. The person who has practiced small discomforts has rehearsed this. Their mind knows that discomfort is not danger, it is simply a sensation, something that can be met with calm. These small practices create an interior strength that cannot be taken away, a steadiness that does not need perfect conditions to exist, a confidence that grows quietly and reliably. Finally, keep a very short daily score of progress instead of perfection. As Epictetus taught, make the best use of what is in your power. Picture a small notebook on your nightstand. Nothing fancy. At the end of each day, you write 2 lines, one thing you did well, one thing you want to try differently tomorrow. That is it. 2 lines. This tiny practice helps in 2 ways. First, it teaches you to notice what is working. Most people overlook their progress. They forget the small victories and only remember the mistakes. Second, it gives you a very clear point of improvement, not a vague sense of failure but a simple adjustment you can make tomorrow. Over weeks, these small reflections accumulate into a quiet form of self-respect. Your progress stops being dramatic and becomes steady. You start to trust yourself more. That trust becomes the backbone of the 1% mindset. The cup is empty now. The sky is a pale blue. The city is waking. All 5 of these practices weave together into something powerful. The noise of the world loses its grip. The pressure to react fades. The future feels more manageable. Your attention strengthens. Your inner ground becomes steady, even when the world is not. Stoicism, practiced this way, is not cold. It is warm and deeply human. It is the feeling of a paddle sliding through calm water. It is the feeling of a home that is small, simple, and well cared for. It is the quiet confidence of someone who knows where their power begins and where it ends. Before we finish, here is your small challenge. Pick one of the 5 practices. Only one. Try it for the next 3 days. Keep it simple, keep it honest. See if even a small corner of your life begins to feel different. Which Stoic way would you try first? Share it in the comments. I might read yours next time.